afternoon, and welcome to Richie May's Capital Education Series. My name is Megan Nicholson, and this is Blaine Smith.
Hi.
And together we run ImageArb, a communications consultant and graphic design firm rolled into one that specifically focuses on the investment management industry. Today we are here to talk about the importance of AI in helping or hindering creating your pitch book. We provide services to all different types of investment managers, from private equity funds to venture, hedged, long only, family offices, real estate funds, crypto funds, you name it. If they run money on behalf of others, we're probably working with them in some way, shape, or form. And the reason that we both work with only investment managers is because we have spent the vast majority of our careers raising institutional capital for alternatives managers.
I began my career in investment banking, and then after business school, I went in-house to a series of different fund managers to help them establish and nurture relationships with a variety of allocators and investors. I had launched ImageArb in 2011 to bring those communication services to a broader audience. Meg joined me in 2016.
And I began my career out of business school with Lehman Brothers in their Capital Introductions group, covering institutional investors and hedge funds globally. I stayed with Barclays once Lehman went under, and eventually left to join a corporate credit hedge fund in-house to run their marketing and IR efforts before joining Jefferies in a capital introductions capacity again. After Jefferies, I joined Blaine, and together we run ImageArb. We have a phenomenal in-house graphic design team that focuses on all aspects of our clients' projects, from logo design and all that comes with that. So think business cards, electronic letterhead, Zoom backgrounds, LinkedIn profiles, to, of course, pitch books, both from a content creation and a design perspective. We design and develop websites, we ghostwrite, basically anything that you would ever use to touch a prospective investor, we can help you craft. Because of the relationships we have both fostered over the many years we've been in the business, we are able to bring knowledgeable objectivity to bear with every client interaction that we have. And that's what we're here to talk about today. What being authentic means in today's high-tech world of ChatGPT and AI in crafting your pitch book.
With all there is to do starting a firm and a fund, it might seem easy to throw in a few prompts and let AI spit out a pitch book outline for you. There are two problems with AI: authenticity and the potential for analysis paralysis. AI-generated content is by definition pulled from other sources, so it is the opposite of authentic. Allocators are inundated with pitch books and calls and emails from managers. We spoke with an allocator a couple of weeks ago who said that on average, he receives 150 emails a day from distinct managers who are trying to get his attention. It is key that you differentiate yourself in that sea of sameness and that you have the opportunity to build relationships with these investors. I'm going to use the term allocator and investor interchangeably. What they really want to understand is that not only can you execute an investment strategy, but you can also build a business and the infrastructure that can handle growth that sometimes comes very quickly. Part of building that business is building a brand and a message that resonates with you and accurately captures your strategy. Allocators and investors want to know how you can help them. What problem are you going to solve in their portfolio? What can your return stream offer that they're going to struggle to find elsewhere? By definition, AI cannot answer those questions for them. You have to be able to articulate your differentiators and capture your own unique strengths. If you can't be bothered to spend the time thinking about and refining your message and what it is you bring to the table, then why would an investor want to spend the time to talk to you? And the second issue, analysis paralysis. Sometimes I like to listen to the Happiness Lab podcast. And one thing that's always stuck with me is that to a point, more choice makes humans happier. But there is a point where it's too much, and it makes us absolutely miserable to have too much to choose from. Sometimes that's what AI can give us. We've recently worked with a manager who's a great example of that. If you have ever tried to start a firm or a fund and select a name, you know how difficult that can be. And he had found a name that had meaning to him, and he came to us full of ideas about how to demonstrate that through an icon logo. He had a great conversation with our creative director. They moved forward and developed 2 or 3 logo options that he was really, really happy with. and he wanted the weekend to sleep on it. Now, over the weekend, he went down the rabbit hole with ChatGPT and came back on Monday with 24 additional ideas that made him question his thought process in the first place. That's a terrible use of AI. Too much choice can get you to the point where you're not moving forward to meet your business objectives. I don't know you, but I do know that spending hours or days poring over 75 or 80 different logo options or pages and pages and pages of generic content is not the best use of your time when you're starting a business. How can AI help or hinder with content? We've had managers who have had a discovery call with us and passionately talked about what they love to bring to their clients, how they move through their investment process. And then on a couple of occasions, a week or so later, they again go back over the weekend and play with AI prompts and come back with additional content that they think maybe there's something that they missed in the discovery call. Maybe there's something they didn't communicate. And 9 times out of 10, we go through this AI generated content and compare it to our discussion, and it just doesn't resonate. It's not authentic. Sometimes it's in direct contradiction to what they said in the first place. And that's not the best use of your time either. So, 2 problems with AI: a lack of authenticity and the potential for analysis paralysis. But where can you use it? The best way to use AI is in idea generation. And that goes for both content and design. If you're the kind of person who looks at a blank screen and struggles to know where to start, then AI is a great way to get started. But 2 rules. If you're going to ask AI for help with logo design or any other kind of design, narrow it down quickly, ruthlessly to no more than 10 options. Then take that to a professional graphic designer who can help you further refine. You can say what you like and dislike about each. He or she can help you put together the file types you need, a color palette that you're happy with, that then you can take and use in all sorts of different ways. So on visual idea generation, 10 options, no more. Be ruthless. On content ideation, 5 key takeaways. Again, be ruthless. You can get a lot of word salad out of prompts on AI. So you need to look at it and curate quickly down to 5 key takeaways. And then you turn to a human circle. Turn to mentors, colleagues, trusted service providers, and ask for their candid feedback on how you can improve what you've put together. What is it that really rings true about your strategy? What is it that seems unique or differentiated? You want to get that human input to continue to refine. Frequently, you only get one shot to talk to a source of capital. Invest the time and resources up front. It's always a bummer whenever we have someone come to us after a year or 2 of going out to friends and family, and then those 2nd and 3rd degrees of capital sources, and they're not getting any traction and they're discouraged. And it's because they didn't take the time up front to invest in this. Whether you hire a service provider or just work with people you really trust, either way, it is worth the investment of resources to do it right up front. AI cannot understand how audiences think, what they're seeking from you, what they're seeking from your strategy, what they're hoping to gain from a return stream. AI cannot replicate original thought and human creativity. So put it in its place and use it for idea generation.
So put AI in its place. And never forget that the human edge in raising capital is absolutely critical. Turn to your trusted service providers to put your best foot forward.